Hey, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hold on one second. Sorry, I was getting my praise on before I hopped on. So I'm going to go ahead and share this out as always. Want to make sure that anyone who would like to view can view. I'm actually really excited about my announcement today. I don't know that it's so much an announcement, more so just a check in. But, of course, we've been doing Wellness Wednesdays, and I'm excited about what I have to announce today. So give me just a second to get this out. If you are watching, go ahead and say, hey, Rosanna. Girl, I realized I forgot my drink. I was supposed to have my drink ready to go. Okay, so we are just sharing this with some folks. Alrighty. And we're going to get started. How was your week? Tell me what your wins are for this week and what you are proud of. Of course, every time I hop on here, I want to know about what you're manifesting. So let me know what your wins are for the week, Rosanna. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So, of course, a few weeks ago, I came on and shared my health journey and let you guys know that I am on a journey to lose 200 pounds, which, every time I say that out of my mouth, I feel like I sound crazy. I mean, that seems like such an insane number, but I feel really good about it. And I have lost weight many, many times before. If you watch the first video, you know that I probably have lost 200 pounds over and over, between the different times that I have gone on a weight loss journey. But this time is completely different. Um, the reason that I started Wellness Wednesdays, of course, for those who don't know me, my name is Benir Pierre. I'm an intuitive life coach, manifestation mentor, and the secret weapon every boss needs to get your life and business into abundant alignment. And so, as I was teaching about getting into abundant alignment, I had to be very honest with myself and recognized that I was not living my life in abundant alignment when it came to my health. And so I really wanted to share my journey and understanding that 200 pounds, that's not chump change. That's quite a bit to get off. I wanted to make sure that I had accountability and that I was being honest and authentic with the people who support me and follow me. Hey there, Sharon. Thanks so much for hopping on. Wanted to make sure that I was being very open and honest with the people who support me, and thus, Wellness Wednesdays was born. And so, this is both tracking my own personal journey with weight loss, and I also have some experts that I have brought in. And so, starting next month, we will be doing face to face interviews with a few of the people who also support my journey but are much further along than I am and can help you along with your health journey because I want to do this together. I'm losing, you guys lose. Let's manifest this shit. So today's video is how I manifested my weight away. And so I want to, before I get into exactly what I've been doing, want to just kind of share a few things that I have been learning and some things that make this time so different than any other time I've ever tried to lose weight. Um, so in full authenticity and transparency, that first week, y'all, I was on fire and lit. I felt like, it was easy. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just having some green juice and, I'm good. And that first week, it came off like crazy. I think I lost about 8 pounds the first week. And so going into the second week, I I don't know what was really going on. Part of the problem is that I wasn't cooking, I wasn't really eating. And then of course we know that if you're not eating, that leads to you overeating. And so I wasn't overeating the second week, but I just wasn't, my head wasn't in the game. But I knew that I had to come here and be honest about it. And so I did end up losing weight that second week. I think I lost about a pound and a half, 2 pounds. And so I hit right at 10 pounds. Um, and so coming into this last week, um, I felt good, but to be honest, the first few days, it did feel like, crap. I told everyone that I'm doing this, so I have to do it. It's not like I can just stop doing it. And I don't know. I honestly don't know what that was about. Like, I don't know if it was that I'm so used to sabotaging myself when it comes to weight loss efforts that I, naturally was trying to do that same thing. But I knew that I couldn't give up because everyone is sitting here waiting for me to post this Wellness Wednesday video. And so I really had to be honest with myself and look at, because when I came on here a few weeks ago, I said that I was going to do this with intuitive eating. So listening to my body. And so I had to really be honest with myself. And I realized that while it started as intuitive eating in the beginning, it then shifted into relying on my brain and the things that I have done in the past, the things that I know have worked. And the problem with that for me is that when I rely on my brain and I'm doing things from a space fully based in logic and not based in my intuition and my feeling, I tend to get obsessive, particularly when it comes to weight loss. And so what happened is that I noticed that I then was like, well, I can't eat that, but I can eat this. And so I was putting food back into like this good and bad category. And we know that there is no good food, there is no bad food. It's simply a matter of how does it make your body feel? And so, I was putting food in different categories, and that just is a really unhealthy path if I stay on it. And so, I tried to do a Taco Tuesday. Hey there, Margot. Thanks so much for hopping on. Hey, K10. Tried to do a Taco Tuesday last week, thinking that, so let me frame this for you guys because I need you to have a point of reference. For me, tacos are like crack. And I've never had crack, but I would assume that if it's as great as tacos, I would like crack too. Not endorsing crack, just tacos. I'm just saying. So, like, I think in a former life, I was Mexican or something. And so I just am in love with Mexican food. And so I went, to this spot, and I'm saying Taco Tuesday. I think it was like over the weekend or something. Anyway, I went to this spot, and now if you've ever had the traditional Mexican tacos, they're not that large. It's a corn tortilla with a little meat and some onion and cilantro. So they're really not that large. And so in the past, I easily could have had at least about 4 or 5 tacos and not even blinked about it, right? So, I get there, order my tacos, and I saw that they had an order where you can do, I wanted fish tacos because I still have not been eating meat, guys. I'm 3 weeks, no meat. So, I wanted to do fish tacos, but they only came in an order of 2. And I'm like, 2? That's nothing. So I need you to just go ahead, run 2 orders. And so, I ended up getting 4 tacos and a side of rice and beans. And so for anybody who's out here judging me, side eye, don't judge me. Tacos are damn good. I told you they're my crack. So, but the thing is, so, I ordered the tacos, they get to the table, and I felt a little self-conscious because I'm like, okay, there's so many plates. Like, why couldn't you put all of this on one plate? Why you gotta front on me like that, homie? Why you gotta make me look like I'm eating all the tacos, right? And so I end up getting the tacos, and I'm ready to go in. Where the flowers come from? I'm not sure what flowers you mean, honey. And sorry, I got distracted. Rosanna, what flowers are you talking about? Anyway, so I get the plates and I'm about to go in, and I think like I certainly was not being intuitive. I was being greedy. And I just love tacos. So I really thought I was about to tear them up. And I was hungry. Honestly, I had not eaten that whole day, which is not that great. Hadn't really eaten, but thinking I'm about to tear up these tacos. Y'all, I was mad. I made it through like a taco and a half and one spoon of rice, and I was so stuffed. Like I felt like I had overeaten. Like I was gonna be sick because I ate too much. And it made me realize a few things. Number one, so often in the past, I would order stuff thinking that, this portion isn't going to be enough. So let me go ahead and get extra. And of course, we are always taught that you have to clean your plate. And so often, even when I was full, I would still be eating because, it's only a few more bites. Like, and I tried to do that. I was like, okay, let me just finish this second taco. I mean, who leaves a half of a taco? That's insane. I couldn't. Like, I could not take another bite. And I noticed that a few things happened. So, number one, it was the fact that I was eating much more slowly. And because I was eating more slowly, I gave my body time to realize, girl, like you might want those tacos, but you really can't do those tacos. The second thing is that I've been doing low carb, and that just kind of has been a natural thing. Whenever I have had tried to have carbs over the last few weeks, it makes me feel super bloated. It makes me feel really, really full, and so it's just not worth it for me. And then in the morning, I just don't feel the best, and so I've naturally been doing low carb, and so I'm sitting here trying to do what my brain is used to and what my body is used to, but not what it needed. And, this probably, I'm sure this story is not that profound to anybody else. They're like, duh, you're full, stop eating. But knowing that in the past, it would not have been any problem whatsoever for me to eat four tacos. And so that makes me think, number one, did I really actually need four tacos? Was I that hungry in the past? Or is it simply that because I either ate so quickly or because I was doing what I was used to but not what I needed, that it just made it easy to do so? So that's my fat girl confession for the week. So this week I did lose weight. I am now down 14 pounds. Woo, woo. So total down is 14 pounds. Of course, I still have, what's that, 186 to go on my journey to 200. But, seeing that it's only been about 2.5, 3 weeks, I will absolutely take my 14-pound loss. Some things that I have been noticing. So I told you guys about the taco that I could not eat it. I've been noticing overall that I'm eating less. And it's interesting because, in the past, I would have, again, so let me tell y'all. So my normal routine is to get on my Fitness Pal. Love my Fitness Pal. If you're not on it and you need something that helps you track what you're doing, my Fitness Pal actually is really awesome. But I'm super obsessive with it, which is why I'm not using it. But what would have happened in the past, I would have gotten on my Fitness Pal, and based on the number of calories I was allowed, I would have, stuck with my calories, and that would have lasted for a few weeks. But because I wasn't actually listening to my body, then I would have been eating more often because, of course, they tell you that you're supposed to eat a bunch of small meals throughout the day. And so even though I would have been within my calorie allowance and it would have been healthy, it wasn't necessarily what my body was asking for. I've been noticing over the last few weeks that I really have not been eating as much. I'm not as hungry. I've been eating a lot of protein. Like I said, I haven't been doing meat, so I've been eating a ton of fish, eating a ton of not so much beans, even though I have been adding in chickpeas. Chickpeas have become bae recently. Definitely doing a lot of yogurt and probiotics for whatever reason, just naturally feeling led to those. And so I've been noticing, though, that it's serving as a natural appetite suppressant. And so as I just kind of listen to what my body's asking for, I'm losing weight. But I realized that brought up some mind stuff mindset stuff for me because I felt like it's like every time I get on the scale, I'm expecting that it must have been a fluke. There's no way I've lost 14 pounds and I haven't done anything, y'all. I have been, I say I've been eating. I have been eating. I'm not hungry. So, I've certainly not been starving myself. I don't do that well at all. So I have certainly been eating and eating really, really good food too. I do like quinoa. I love quinoa, Sharon. I've been doing lower carb, and so I haven't really been adding in any grains, but quinoa is certainly one of my favorites and very versatile as well. So I noticed that I had some mindset stuff happening for me. And I realized that it was the same problem that a lot of my clients have when they're trying to manifest. So I wanted to, that's the last thing I wanted to hit on. So each time I got on the scale, I was expecting it to not continue going down because I felt like I was not working hard. I was not busting my ass for it. Does that sound familiar when you're trying to manifest something, right? I realized that for me, I've lost significant weight. I've lost up to 70 pounds at once, but it's because I busted my ass. I was in the gym twice a day. I was tracking my food like nobody's business. And so to see that I was losing weight, but I haven't really been doing a whole lot of work, it had me thinking, when is the shoe going to drop? When is it going to start turning around? When am I going to realize that, girl, this isn't actually working? That was water weight. And I had to really check myself because that's the same thing that I hear a lot of times when clients are manifesting money, for example. When everything is happening for them and everything is falling into alignment and into place, they start getting worried that the other shoe is going to drop. And so to overcome that, I really had to take a step back and approach this the exact same way I do manifestation, which, I mean, technically it is the same thing. Manifestation is simply bringing your goals into fruition. And so I had to approach it the same way. And so if you've been following, you know that my formula for manifestation is clear and focused intention, unwavering faith, and inspired action. And I've been taking the inspired action. The inspired action is the fact that I've been listening to my body. The inspired action is the fact that I have been feeding myself with nutrient rich foods and making sure that my body has the things that it needs to do what it naturally does. So that's the inspired action. The clear and focused intention. I think that I'm pretty clear about my intention. My intention is to drop 200 pounds and, be sexy fine, sexy thick fine, whatever kind of fine, sexy I need to be. My intention is to drop 200 pounds so that I can be healthy and sexy. And so I realized that the part that was missing was the unwavering faith. And so that's an issue that a lot of my clients have when it comes to manifestation. So just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit because we can have clear intention all day long, but unless we have that unwavering faith, it means nothing. And so we can either choose to worry or we can choose to have faith. We can choose to ask and set the intention. And so, I realized that I had to release that fear. And I recognized that based on my past track history, it absolutely makes sense that I would be afraid that I wouldn't necessarily stick with it. But that's something that I can change, number one. And is that really true? I mean, I just told you guys that I lost 70 pounds in the past. So why would I think that I'm naturally going to fail? If I've done it before, I've proven that I can do it. But that's where that faith comes in. And so I kind of, doing a parallel to manifestation for those who have been struggling and you're setting your intention, you're doing your action, and you feel like still nothing is happening. I definitely encourage you to get clear on your faith. Give yourself examples. So one thing that I will be doing to give myself examples will be in my journal, in my weight loss journal. I actually am going to write out all of my wins, every single win, every single week, because it really hasn't been hard. I honestly, y'all, have not done anything. I've just been eating and losing weight. And so I have to give myself examples of those times that it worked, examples of the times that I lost significant weight, because otherwise it feels like I'm always just waiting for it not to work. And so, for those who have been struggling with manifesting and you are setting your intention, you're doing the action and it's not working, I encourage you to do the same thing. Create a win journal. Create a journal that tracks every single time you lose what you're trying to lose. So, if you're trying to release some things that don't serve you, put that in your journal when you release it. If you are manifesting something, so if you are attracting things to your life, put that in your journal. Give yourself examples of the times that you won and of the times that it worked, so that when you are struggling, you're easily able to look back over those things. So this week, my intention is to continue losing. So I don't necessarily have a number goal for this week, but certainly to continue losing weight. But more importantly, my goal is to continue doing what feels good to my body, to continue listening to my body and not working myself to the point of exhaustion or feeling like I have to push myself to get results. Remember that you can either work hard for it or you can manifest it. And so I'm choosing to manifest this weight loss. And so, my intention will simply be to do action that supports that intention and to have unwavering faith in the fact that I can lose it in the first place. So I thank you guys every single Wednesday. This has not gotten really any easier, honestly, to come on here and tell about my struggles with weight loss, but I know that it's helping people. I get messages every single day from people thanking me for sharing my personal struggle with weight. And so if it's helping one person, then it's worth it. I encourage you that if you are on your own journey to abundance, that you incorporate your health in that plan for abundance. So I will be back I will be back tomorrow with, I've been doing a series on manifesting and managing abundance. And so I have made the decision to move this series over to my personal page and broadcast from there. So I will actually be back tomorrow to do a series on how to manifest and manage your money. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back.